Yo, what is up? It's your boy Trees and welcome to this brand new Spider-Man Miles Morales video. In this video, I will be showing you every single challenge, so the traversal challenges, the combat challenges, the stealth challenges, and also the end challenge. Make sure to go ahead and hit the like on this video. Let's get 200 likes and let's get right into the video, guys. So let's get started with the traversal challenges. All the way through, I was holding R2 because R2 makes you move really fast. It makes you run. When you fall down, you will automatically go into a swing, and obviously you will have to time your swings to end up going through the circles. And then again, pressing X moves you in the direction that you're aiming at, and this is how you're moving really fast through these challenges using X and R2 all the time. So the second challenge actually has a leap of faith at the very beginning, and when you actually move through that second circle, you have to go ahead and press R2 to swing a little further. I know in the gameplay right here my timing was a bit off, but the timing is like the most important thing to actually complete the challenges in time. And also this one isn't too hard to complete. This one does include a little bit of free running and wall running though, and you will notice that when you actually go towards this building right over here on the left, if you press your left joystick forwards and you actually press R2 at the same time, Spider-Man will start running upwards the building, and then you actually complete that second challenge. So the third traversal challenge, which is also the last traversal challenge, is taking place in Central Park. Right at the beginning of the challenge, you can see that you can make your way to the left or to the right. So I decided to go to the left, although you will actually make the same circle back though. So you can still swing around this place, although there are no buildings, and the timing in this one is really crucial. You have to hit it perfectly in order to make it in time. And if you do notice that the swing timing is not correct, you can press X in a direction, and then you can obviously go ahead and move towards a circle really easy, just like that. Also, I noticed that if you don't make it through the checkpoint, but if you are really close, you will still be able to make it to the next one. In the first combat challenge, you have to go for wind-up hits, and actually if you press L1 and R1 at the exact same time, you can use objects in your surroundings to hit your enemies with, and you will actually see that your counter goes up. This is a pretty easy one, so the only thing you need to do is press L1 and R1 at the same time and swing around the objects to actually get your score, and if the enemy gets really annoying, you can obviously take them out. For the second combat challenge, you have to take out all the enemies without getting hit. There are 20 different enemies, and every single time they are aiming at you, or if they are really close to you and trying to hit you, you will see a tension icon above your head. If you have that above your head, you press circle to simply dodge every single attack, and that way you can actually dodge every attack to take out all of those 20 enemies, and make sure to keep moving around so they can't hit you.
Ultimate Spider-Man if I ever saw one. Nailed it.
So in the third but also last combat challenge, you have to take out your enemies mid-air. And how do you launch them up in the air? You simply hold square. They go up in the air, and then you can actually take them out by pressing square. You can actually hit them, or when your finisher is ready, you can also press circle and triangle at the same time in mid-air to do your finisher and actually get the points. If you know how these fighting mechanics works, this should also not be too hard. And then we are looking at the stealth challenges. These are a little harder though, and you also need a little bit more patience. But what you need to know here is that in Spider-Man Miles Morales, you have to go ahead and move yourself up really high, and then your enemy won't spot you at all. So the different 3 attacks that I'm using right here are actually the perch, which will actually make you able to take your enemy up from the ground, which you only have to press square for. You don't have to aim or anything. You just press square, although the direction you are looking in really matters, and also the distance from your enemies. You can also press square from up close if the enemy didn't see you, or press L2 and also triangle at the same time to strike into your enemy. So what I use quite a lot as well to position myself is L2 and R2 to actually move on top of these objects really easily. And like you saw, I took the guy out that was moving again with square, If no one is looking, you can also kill one up close, and you can also strike right into them. But if you strike right into them, be aware that no one should be looking or should be around, because that actually does make quite a bit of noise. So the best attack that you can use to take out your enemies is for sure the perch attack, which you only have to look into someone's direction from above, and then you press square to actually take your enemy out. Keep in mind that no one should be looking towards this direction, otherwise you will alert the guards and then you actually fail the mission. So I may have killed the first guys really quickly, but the last couple of guys I take my time because I don't want them to spot me, so I stay above them and make sure that I separate them first before I go ahead and kill them. This way they will not see me and I can take them all out individually. So the stealth challenges are for sure the harder challenges where you need a bit of more patient, although I think that the first stealth challenge is the hardest of them all. In the second challenge, Peter explains you that you can also jump against a wall and then do the perch attack. So when you're against the wall and you're doing a perch attack, the enemy is even less likely to see you. So in the second challenge, there are 3 Spider-Mans that you need to rescue, and you can actually use the same strategy as you used in the very first challenge, although now you can actually kill them really easily coming from the wall, and you can also purge them, of course, like we did before. And if you're looking for the enemies or your objectives and you can't find them, you can always press R3 to scan the area. I don't know why, but the third challenge where you have to defuse 3 bombs is even easier than the first and the second one. You use L2 and R2 to move yourself on top of the objects. You keep on using the purge attacks, which is pressing square obviously, and you first gotta make sure that you take out all of the snipers before you head towards the bombs. While taking out the snipers, you got to be sure that all of the other enemies are distracted, and you can easily do that by shooting webs. You can aim with L2 and shoot webs with R1. Distract the enemies, move them apart, defuse the bomb, and complete the challenge. After completing the stealth as well as the combat and the traversal challenges, you will get yourself a final challenge where you have to go into a serious fight. You have to attack this bird guy, and he's actually shooting at us, so when he attacks us we have to press L1 and R1 at the same time and look at his direction. And what happens then is that we strike back, we kind of counter strike him, and then we can actually go into a mid-air fight. So you can use L1 and R1 to counter attack. You can also use circle to dodge these attacks, or actually dodge when they are flying towards you. And if you want to attack them back after hitting them with the counter attack, you have to press triangle to get close to them and go into a mid-air fight. You cannot just simply finish these guys off with a finisher. It doesn't work like that for these guys, but you just gotta keep on hitting them mid-air, counter attack them, and continue doing that until you actually take them out. So this is how you complete every single challenge in Spider-Man Miles Morales, and you will also get the Spider-Man Miles Morales 2020 suit. If you found this video helpful in any way, make sure to go ahead and hit the like on the video, subscribe, and turn on your post notifications if you are brand new. This has been your boy Cheese. I am out. Peace.